Hi everyone, welcome to your week. This is going to be your weekly energy for this week of the 20th through the 27th, and I'm bringing it to you live as I do now every Monday so that we have more time to, have the discussion, and if you guys want to join in, I love it when you're here. Thank you for coming in and supporting. Now, the first thing that I want to talk about this week is that we are starting with the new moon in Cancer today. Okay, it's going to be in approximately an hour for those of you who are in Eastern Standard Time. It would be like 1:33 in the afternoon. And it's very interesting because this is the second new moon in Cancer, and that doesn't happen very often, but it does happen. And anything that you have been working on since the new moon in Cancer with the solar eclipse that we just had in June 21st is going to be now very relevant. This is going to open up a 6-month cycle, like all the way until December. So new moons are always about setting those intentions and planting the seeds, but you are going to be able to tell what you've been working through in this past month and how you could give more love to that, how you could feel more at home within yourself in those topics that you've been working on. Okay, so let's see what we have as far as themes coming up this week. Last week it was very all the cards were very dark, but it was a very hopeful message. And let's see what we have for you this week. Okay, so remember, this is a collective reading that I do every Monday. Take the messages as they resonate. Don't try to fit yourself in. This is not, because Fearless told me that I had to do this. No, this is just tools that I give you, energy that I pick up on, things that we can work on during the week, or anytime that you happen to catch this reading, okay? All right, so let's see the themes. What's coming up this week? I'm using the Inner Gaia Oracle by Keisha Luna Muna on Instagram. You can check her out. She is a wonderful, beautiful person, wonderful soul. Let's see what we have for themes this week for everyone in the collective from the 20th through the 27th. Okay, so I feel like I've seen these cards recently, and it's good that they came out together because you have the message of disconnecting to reconnect. Okay, this is what I called, okay, let's disconnect, but to connect to our inner union. Okay, to connect to that voice within us, to connect to spirit. Okay, so we get this card. As you can see, it's Buddha in its meditative pose. Okay, and it says disconnect, detach from the 3D world. Okay, those things that we do every single day, the material world, what calls us to be always taking action or spend time thinking about time in a linear way. Okay, this is messages from our higher self. This is inner peace, and I feel like I've been beating you guys over the head with this message for the past couple of weeks about inner peace. Even my tweet this morning was about that, and how it helps to that feeling of peace, and that sense of peace that we find within ourselves helps us to have a better overall well-being. Like, it helps us to have better health. And I was saying jokingly in my tweet that inner peace keeps you young. But it's not only that it keeps you young, it's not only that it's a fountain of youth, it's just that that detaching ourselves from everything that's outside ourselves. Okay, everything that creates kind of like doubt and fear within us. Okay, it's disconnecting from that. Okay, which makes us unsure. So disconnect. Take time to detach from the everyday and listen more to what's coming through, those messages from your higher self, the messages from spirit, and cultivate that sense of inner peace. Okay, now the other card that came with it is stillness. So, I mean, Spirit is really guiding you this week to take time and, this is not saying don't do anything, and just raise your hands up in the air and just surrender. Yes, just be. But it's really guiding you to be in this sense of union with yourself and meditation and oneness. Okay? And really listen to what's coming through, because these are both cards of meditation, but the meditation is not only to quiet the mind, it's to see what comes through. Okay, so it's not about detaching from everyone and just being in isolation. It's really about connecting to ourselves and that voice that we hear, those nudges that we feel, and of course, messages from spirit. Okay, so let's see what comes up in tarot for this week to support this message of disconnecting and being in stillness. Okay, I know that, there's so much uncertainty, and I have to say, and I don't know if you share this with me as well, but I have people that surround me that they're every day looking at the numbers and seeing what's going on, and just like thinking about, oh my god, like we should really, and taking that fear and putting it all, like compounding it in their bodies, their emotional bodies and their spiritual grid, like this energetic grid that we have. And all I can say to them every single day is like, what can we focus on today that is good, that is going well? Okay, because they can go in such spirals of worry, and with you have to really see like what you're giving your energy to, what you're feeding into yourself by what you're watching, reading, what you're surrounding yourself with. And this is really, guiding you this week to disconnect so that you can connect to yourself and be in this stillness, not feel like you're not worthy because you're not doing, or you're not being productive. You're always going to be productive if you are investing time and energy in yourself. And when you prioritize that inner peace, you are definitely being productive. You're being productive, and you're doing a service to yourself. Okay? So let's see what comes up with tarot this week for the 20th through the 27th, and what messages Spirit wants to relate to you. Okay? Just be open to receiving these messages. We have the Ace of Wands coming through. Okay, so this is creativity, this is passion, this is in a sense that spark that comes from within, the what some yogis may call kundalini, that life force energy that coils up from the root, from our root chakra all the way up, and it's a source of energy and vitality. So I feel like with this, since we're being asked to disconnect and be in stillness, it's about connecting to our own vitality, our own life force, our creativity. See what kind of comes through in a way, like through divine inspiration, okay? Ace of Wands is some sort of beginning here. Aces are always beginnings, and this is that energy of the new moon. It's that energy of planting a new seed, being open to a new cycle of creativity, passion, inspiration, motivation, and really finding that motivation too from these moments of stillness, so that we could make some good decisions going forward, okay? The Knight of Pentacles is it's messages that come through, but this has to do more with the 3D, the material world, okay? So you could be getting news this week about things that you might need to invest in, or money that is coming in for you, or things that have to do with career or decisions that you have to make, okay? I feel like the Knight of Pentacles is somebody that takes their time to make good decisions for themselves, doesn't act out of impulse, okay? Now there is this Ace of Wands here, which is action, which is inspired movement. But with the Knight of Pentacles, it's taking it slow. It's being patient with yourself and being patient with this process, because I don't know why, like I feel I want to get another one of the inner Gaia cards, okay? Because we have these two cards of disconnect and stillness, and I really feel like it's wanting you to take this time just to see what kind of seeds you're going to plant for this next cycle coming in, because of this new moon happening. It's almost like we're getting a second chance to look at what we want to create for the next 6 months. So it's not things that are going to come to fruition right away, okay? And with the Knight of Pentacles, this might mean by the time Virgo season comes along, okay? Or even Capricorn season in December, where we're going to have the full moon happen in the sign of Cancer, bringing to a close that cycle of the 6 months, which opens up today, okay? Now, I get the card of family ties. Family karma, generational healing coming through, karmic cycles that are coming to a close, okay? So I've had this come up with my clients lately, where they feel some of the uneasiness that they're going through and discomforts that they're experiencing might not even be theirs. It could be things that they are meant here to observe and heal from, either lifetimes past or with people in our family, that karma in our family, okay? So there is generational healing happening here, and karmic cycles coming to a close. So it's very funny, because we are in this Cancer season. Cancer is about family, those emotional ties, and Cancer rules the past. So it's a lot of this past, observing the past, that is coming up during the season. as we are in the process of having the sun come into Leo and Leo season starting this week. And here we have the Magician. It's that card of knowing that we are powerful, okay? Knowing that we are creators and that we don't need to do so much, okay, to be worthy of things that we dream of, okay? We can bring these things into fruition by imagining, by looking at it like it's a fun game of imagination and feeling the good feelings of having those things that we desire materializing. Now, it's important to know that this is already available to you, okay? That this is not some sort of destination that we're going to, when I have this, then I'm going to be able to invest in that and I'm going to be able to have the happy life. Or, when I meet someone new, that's when I'm going to be complete. This idea, the Jerry Maguire idea of you complete me. This is not that. This is definitely knowing that we are whole as we are. And that we don't need anything outside ourselves to create this which we want, that is already there for us. And at the bottom of the deck we have the Three of Wands, which is that card of waiting for those manifestations to come in, or those things to materialize, okay? And I feel like it's already here. It's already here for you. Feel the feeling side that those things that you envision make you feel now. Okay? Now we have the Five of Wands. Okay? And this is that oppositional energy, okay? That energy that is happening right now, that where Saturn is opposing. It almost feels like a parent that wants to rule your life and control your life. Anything that you feel that is not in accordance to your vibration, okay? What is happening with you right now? This is only meant to further your growth, okay? I feel like you should step away from the comparison, okay? And this is why Spirit is guiding this week to have these moments to disconnect and to be in stillness, okay? And I feel it's because it wants us to connect to our center of personal power, okay? And with all these cards, I'm getting a lot of this solar plexus chakra, okay? So meditation, breathing into that chakra, visualizing yellow color light, it's going to help a lot to bring you to the center and to realize if there's any sort of blockage going on there, okay? So this is making me feel like, yeah, you're not going to be in agreement with everybody that you meet, and you may have opposition even from your family, even from people, friends that might not hold the same point of view that you do. And it's okay to have different points of view. If we value each other and we give priority to those relationships, it's okay to have differences of opinion and view things differently, as long as we are in allowance and also we respect other people's feelings and views, okay? The Four of Cups coming through as the last card this week. And, you know, this speaks on ourselves getting in our own way, okay? Four of Cups is a card of focusing too much on the past disappointments. And it's almost like missing opportunities and blessings, and like not seeing the value in our own feelings, and almost like basing our value on that outside ourselves, which I was speaking about before. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Wands, which holds a lot of that fear, you know, needing to put a wall up, creating a separation from what's going on around us, because we feel like everything, like this is being very sensitive to everything that has happened because you've been through a lot, okay? And it brings up the idea of Chiron, the wounded healer, being in retrograde now, and this wound coming back up, and all this family karma and generations that are just wanting to be healed. And I feel like many of us that are here and are in the awareness can do that work to heal those past wounds, even when they don't belong to us, but they are very much in our DNA. Wow. So the guidance this week is absolutely disconnecting to connect to our own source of power. Okay, that connection that we have through spirit, where you know, in those moments when we are in stillness and we allow for intuitive downloads to come through. And to not forget that, you know, we are whole and that we have everything we need. It doesn't matter, you know, if you're trying still to gain acceptance, and I feel like this goes for everyone, because we are, you know, indeed beings that want to feel, we want to feel like we're doing good, you know, like you want to be able to get a pat in the back from time to time and tell you, you know, you're doing a good job, and having that sort of reassurance that we are where we need to be. And I feel like this is spirit saying, you know, you can gain this, you can, it's not gaining it because it's already there for you, but you can really get in touch with this through these moments of stillness and disconnecting from the 3D world, because things are a little bit out of control. Yeah, they seem chaotic. So if you've been dealing with a lot of anxious feelings lately, and the sadness of the collective, and everybody being in this sort of struggle, it's definitely the guidance this week is to disconnect from that which you feel is not serving you and not supporting you. Okay? Now, also with this card, I want to say that there is a guidance with that card, and it is to not give up. Okay? And to have faith, and to have faith in yourself. Okay? So I really feel strongly those are the messages for this week. I'm going to pull from Moonology. because we have this new moon happening here. And I pulled a card yesterday that said, hold your vision, okay? So that might be a message that resonates for you today as well. Know that anything that you are putting your energy towards, you're giving power to. And I feel like the message this week is a lot about regaining that vitality, and that knowing that you are everything that you are looking for, okay? So it says a fiery climax approaches. And this is definitely the feeling with that Ace of Wands. But I feel like for many of you, this is needing to like clear that. This is part of that generational healing that I was talking about before. It's like a need to like get it out there. You know, it's a need to express yourself. It's a need to let somebody know how you feel. And then it says confidence is the key to success. And, you know, Leo season is approaching, and I feel like even though we have these opposing energies this week with this struggle and this challenge that we could be going through within ourselves, because the Four of Cups is a card of introspection, okay? So this struggle and this challenge could be going on within ourselves for us to observe it. You know, be nice to ourselves, be kind to ourselves in that process. Take accountability, of course, like 100%. See what your role has been in all of it, and what are the lessons that are coming through, because that is going to allow the way forward, okay? Even though the wounding, sometimes, you know, we keep carrying, we keep dragging it along. It's just that acceptance of knowing what we've done to create that, okay? And being kind to ourselves in the process, okay? And I'm taking my time when I say this, because if this is something that is coming up for you, like you're getting triggered and you're feeling you know, unworthy, or you're feeling like you don't even know like why you're here, okay? I'm telling you, this is really wanting you to detach from the outside and go within, so that you could get those messages, okay? That you don't need to feel like, or identify like you're a psychic to be able to receive those messages, okay? No, you don't need to identify yourself as such. You don't need to label yourself as something, okay? This is saying you have that power within you already, okay? So I hope these messages resonate. I feel like, you know, Spirit wants us to be confident in ourselves, to know that we are worthy, to know that all is well, and even though things might look chaotic, you know, you can always find that peace within yourself, okay? Now, I don't know why I keep getting this message like I should give a love message for this week, but if I would have to say something for you in terms of love this week, I would say take more time to love yourself. Okay. Now the card of unrequited love is coming through. So some of you may be experiencing situations where Spirit is cautioning you and telling you to detach yourself from expectation, okay? And having this idea that somebody should fit in a box for you, or that if this doesn't look a certain way, that's not my love, that's not something that I want to work with, that's not a relationship that I want to be in. Okay, there may be things going on in certain relationships where attraction is, you may be feeling like other things are more important right now than that attraction, whether it's physical, emotional, or spiritual, okay, and connection. But you're being advised. There's something that is cautioning you when it comes to love. Okay, so pay attention to the signs. And also keep an open mind, is saying, because the person that is for you might not necessarily fit in the box of what you always thought or expected. This is where we, just allow things to flow. Anyway, I hope this message resonates for this week and that you guys are doing good. And, I will be bringing this message in Spanish very soon. So look out for that. I will start another live for that. I hope that you guys are doing great and that you take that time that Spirit has been advising for you to be in stillness, to meditate, and to allow for messages to come through, to pay attention to signs, and to know that you can be confident in that power that you have within yourself. Okay, so I love you all very much. I know that sometimes it feels scattered, but we always come back to the point and to the message that Spirit is trying to relay. I love you all very much. Take care and have a good week, okay? Don't rush yourself. All right? Love you all. Take care.